common denominator of all human beings. We have a reptilian brain, a brain that requires its duty, its job is to do surveillance of perceived fears. And so it's always looking for an opportunity or a situation that might be in some way threatening to us. And so it's always giving us this information. Watch out for this, fear that. And when we have those memories within us, even when we don't have a specific provoking event in the present, we are afraid that what occurred before may happen again. And this narrows our world, and it also causes us to focus on fear rather than creating a joyful life. Worry has a purpose, and there's no way that any of us will ever be without worry, because it's a necessary tool to keep us safe. It's a question of balance. When your anxiety or fear brings something up, it's important to pay attention and try to seek an understanding of why you feel the way that you do. Worrying has a tendency to go on because it goes unaddressed and unrespected. If you understand that there is a flag of awareness that feels like anxiety or fear or worry coming to you at a given time, if you are able to pay attention to it and give yourself a little quiet time for reflection and ask, what is going on here? Is this threat that I'm feeling, is it real? Is it a present danger? Or is it an old tape being played once again that I really need to work on releasing? There are many of us that are hooked on worry. In fact, a lot of people believe that if you're not worrying, you are not caring or loving a person. Many of us have grown in an environment where worry was the single most, or at least the dominant expression of love. And so to abandon worrying means to abandon your relationship with a person. The primal emotion, the two primal emotions are fear and love. And out of fear comes anxiety and worry, and they're sort of on a continuum. We might feel a little disquieted by a circumstance or outright abject fear. And there's a continuum there. And worry is sort of chewing on that whole process. And unfortunately, perhaps staying there too long. We have a tendency to procrastinate about problem solving. And worrying is one of the things that allows us to kind of stay with the process rather than move into its resolution. We take all our history and we bring it to the present moment. So if we were just worrying in the present moment, it wouldn't be as intense or as harmful to us. Because if you worried when you were a 2-year-old about something and you had occurrences of threat of a similar nature lifelong, you have got that whole history within you. And so any threat in the present moment brings all that baggage with it and compounds the challenge. And it weighs you down to the point where it's impossible for you to get out of it if you continue on that same course of action. Einstein said, you can't solve a problem with the same mind that created it. So you need to get into a new mind. And the new mind is getting into your higher consciousness. And to connect to universal wisdom through our relationship with God. Worrying is a beautiful piece of equipment that we've been given. And it's a question of learning how to use it in the most helpful and appropriate way.